welcome to Tome of Uselessness. I'm Devin.
I'm Dan.
And today I'm invisible.
Yeah, I was about to say the disembodied voice.
Just like the Invisible Woman in Fantastic Four, which we're going to talk about today. But also Naked Gun, because we saw both of those movies. And they
Indeed.
were both good. But first, Dan, did you like anything this week?
Yeah, I've got a couple things to highlight. 28 years later, I saw that in theaters and I enjoyed it immensely, actually. I really wanted to see it because I was curious. Danny Boyle and Alex Garland came back, which was the original team from 28 weeks later, sorry.
28 days
no, 20,
later.
28 days, that's the one, yeah. 28 days later. They use that 28 days thing all the time. It's even in 28 years later. There's like flashes to 28 days, and then it's it all gets wrapped up in your brain. But yes, 28 years later, really good. I enjoyed it. Highly recommend. Yeah, it was just some good stuff and minimally shot. It had a very low budget, and I think it's done pretty well in the box office, which is pretty cool for it. And they've already shot the sequel, and they've already scripted the third one. And Cillian Murphy was producing as well, so he's slated to return in one of the two sequels. So, yeah, it's kind of exciting.
Cool.
Yeah, and then let's see. I saw Superman. I also enjoyed that far more than I thought I was going to. No, sorry. Let me rephrase. I enjoyed it a lot. I figured it was going to be quality. It was. I think just for me, like I was saying to you as well, that there was a few too many like James Gunn isms in the movie, but that's because I've seen James Gunn movies, right? But yeah, overall, it was very good. I enjoyed it immensely. It was well made, well put together. You know, he knows what he's doing in that area. One thing I was really kind of shocked at, this is minor spoiler, but I was kind of shocked at the level of destruction in the movie, considering that was kind of a knock against the Zack Snyder ones.
Oh, yeah.
But they do the classic these days, you know, oh, we're evacuating the city and blah, blah, blah to like minimize casualties. But you're still there's buildings collapsing everywhere. I was just kind of shocked. But yeah, still was good. Would recommend. And I'll see the next one they're going to do is Supergirl. And then he's already scripted, I think, the next Superman, but it's not shot or anything yet. Yeah. So
I'm surprised they're making a Supergirl movie.
Yeah, it was announced as like the 1-2 punch of like Superman, Supergirl were like the first two.
Oh, but people don't like women.
Well, that's they're going out on a limb, but again, it's James Gunn headed, and it's done. Millie, what's her name? Millie Alcock or Alcock? She was in House of Dragon. She was young Rhaenyra.
Oh yeah, she'll look good as like she suits that. Yeah.
Yeah, she has a cameo in the film near the end, and she looks like Supergirl.
Cool.
Yeah, so another recommend there. I watched because we both listen to the Lonely Island podcast, and Andy Samberg talks about it all the time. I finally watched Digman season 1, his animated show that he's done.
Nice.
I literally had never heard about the show until he talked about it, and maybe because I don't have cable or Paramount Plus or whatever kind of thing. But it's really funny. It's again an adult animation thing done in an absurdist style where the world is all like the archaeologist, the Archie as they call him, is like the highest calling, and he plays like a disgraced archaeologist with like a Nick Cage voice.
Nice.
And then it's just about misadventures ensue, right? So, yeah, it was pretty funny. Season 1 was really good. Season 2 is ongoing currently. A few episodes in. Which I've also watched, and they are pretty funny despite the, I think, 3-year time gap he was saying on the show. And let's see what else. I reread Superman Red Sun, which was good. That's a Superman comic where he lands in Russia rather than America. It's a good one. And then I read Dancer's Lament, which is by Ian C. Esselmont. It's a Malazan prequel book. Just following some of the characters before they become like the Emperor and stuff like that. It was good. I really like that world. As you know, I've read those books a bunch of times. So it was good to visit that. And then the last one I'll mention was The Dominion which is a book by Stephen R. Brown, and it's the history of CPR, the Canadian Rail, and how it
Yeah,
came
I
to
gave it to
be.
my dad for Father's Day based on the fact that you recommended it.
Yeah, I hadn't read at that point because I was still waiting for it from the library.
Oh.
But yeah, like I really enjoyed some of his other writings, and this was the same kind of thing. You could tell reading it that it was because the book was only about 450 pages or so, I think. You could tell that there's some
Pardon me.
topics that could be like delved into deeper, but this was kind of like a good overview look where it's like you could use it as a jumping off point.
Sorry, I took a sip of water and I choked on it.
But yeah, they like some of these topics could be used as like jumping off points if you want to research somewhere else or what have you. But no, it was good. It was a good read. It was
That's
interesting
cool.
history. You know, Canadian history, like many histories of the world. There's a lot of just bad stuff in there, but it was also
Yeah.
kind of neat. It was also kind of weird thinking about it while reading it that it's like for some areas of the world where their development was done like more internally, like by the people there, whereas the New World, North America in particular, was all developed by like outside forces. Same thing with kind of like Africa, but with a whole,
Mm.
they were being colonized in a different way versus like we were just pure land and they're just like, hey, it's free land and then we'll build the stuff there, right? Anyway, just kind of a different kind of thing. And one last mention, would recommend again, Blank Check. I've talked about them. They're doing the Coen brothers right now, and they're up to Fargo in their filmography,
Nice.
and that's always fun. Yeah.
I like
But
the
yeah,
Coen brothers. Yeah.
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 Anything else, or anything else? Anything from you, Devin, that you would like to talk about?
Yeah, less things, but let's see. First of all, I watched a movie from start to finish.
Hmm.
It was called Miss Potter, I think. Anyways, it was about the life of Beatrice Potter, and it starred Renee Zellweger and Emily Watson and Ewan McGregor, and it was just a really cute, cozy, cottagey movie if you're in the mood for that.
How recent is this movie?
That's a question. Like in the like 2020s, maybe?
Okay, yeah, no, that's what I mean. Yeah, so it's like in the last few years, or because I was like, I haven't heard of this, but that's not
Oh,
shocking.
2006.
Oh wow, okay.
I was quite off.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Cool.
it's a good, just quiet, cozy movie.
Mm,
And then I binged all 3 seasons of White Lotus,
nice.
which I highly recommend. They're weird, but I like weird. It's really beautifully shot, has an excellent soundtrack. All the actors are great. Each season is a new set of characters and kind of standalone stories, and they're all just good. They're like, I mean, there's uncomfortable moments, but it's all pretty good. So I
Yeah.
recommend that. And in case you didn't know, it was written by the roommate of Jack Black from the movie School of Rock.
Yeah.
That actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike White.
Yeah, when you told me that, it was like, what, with him?
Yeah, I know, right? He's such a little dweeb in that, and then he wrote this
Yeah.
weird psychosexual thriller.
Yeah.
But cool. And
Hmm.
then I have been trying my hardest to watch Euphoria because I've only
Oh
heard
yeah.
good things about it. And it is, I don't know, I don't know, maybe I'm just like a prude in my old age, but I find it so hard to watch a show about hypersexualized teenagers. I know the
Yeah.
actors aren't like underage in it, but like episode 1, you're seeing everybody's boobs. You see Sydney Sweeney's boobs, like everybody's boobs are out except for Zendaya's. And like I like boobs, that's fine, but I also just feel uncomfortable knowing that they're supposed to be portraying 17-year-old girls, right? So I
Hmm.
don't know. I was trying to watch it. I might just give up and watch something a little bit more, I don't know, just less of that. Less underage girls.
Yeah, like I actually haven't watched it either, and like you said, everyone kind of recommended it, but it almost maybe it was like of the moment, and now you're like, no, this is too. It just doesn't work now.
Well, it was 2019. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, but still, a lot's happened since 2019.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So yeah, I just kind of find it a bit difficult to watch. I don't know. And that's about it.
Eh,
That's all. Oh, and then I've been rewatching a bunch of Taskmaster because I enjoyed this last
nice.
season so much. Yeah. But
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah. Cool.
That's it. Oh, I watched season 2 of Sandman. That's right. That's the other thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You were telling me a bit about that.
Yeah, yeah, it was great. I liked it better than the first season.
Mm,
Um, the last episode came out on like July 31st, so I watched that a bit later, and it was really good. It was kind of not part of the overall story, but just a
mm,
fun little like story about death. And it had, I think it was the actor that played Merlin in the show Merlin was in it.
right. Well, I was saying that's what they did in season one as well. Like the last episode was just like the two like short stories,
Yeah, yeah. The cat one,
and
which I just skipped because it's stupid.
um, it like it's done, right? Like there's gonna be no more Sandman.
Well, I mean, yeah, because there was those allegations against Neil Gaiman, and he's losing all his
Yeah,
contracts now. So I
right.
think
And I know there
he got,
was huge difficulties of even making this show to start with.
yeah. No, I think because Good Omens is supposed to have a season 3, but now instead of
Oh.
like a full season, they're just doing like an hour and a half episode that might
Mhm.
not get released because of the allegations against Neil Gaiman,
Right.
which he's now being taken to court for.
Yeah. Yeah, like I
Yeah.
was really shocked that the second season came out.
Yeah. Yeah, me too, but I watched it and I liked it.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah. And then that's it. That is actually it.
Well, and then like you said, Naked Gun was we watched that like last week I think it was,
Yeah.
and directed by Akiva Schaffer, written Dan Greger, Doug Mand, and Akiva Schaffer, and you got Liam Neeson, Pam Anderson, Paul Walter Hauser, sorry, Danny Houston in the movie, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, I was just like kind of in a bad mood that day and I wanted to get out of the house.
Hmm.
And so I texted you and I was like, because I was seeing if you had plans, because there's actually, I can't remember what it's called, but there's a Western out right now that's starring Pedro Pascal and Emma Stone. And
Yeah, yeah.
And so I was gonna suggest we try to go see that, but you said you were already going to the movie, so I was like, "Wow, I'll just tag along because you got plans if you don't mind." Oh, I still owe you money for the ticket. Sorry. Um, and so I was like, "This is a movie that shouldn't have been made."
Uh-huh.
Like how they're just gonna fucking ruin it. Like people can't write comedies anymore. Blah blah blah. It's all just it's either like gross out humor or like Judd Apatow like cringe humor. You know what I mean? Where we're all
Yeah.
just like someone's being embarrassed and we're all just staring at them and there's just no relief except to laugh. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, it's gonna be awful, but I'm getting out of the house. And then we watched it and I genuinely laughed out loud from like minute one until the credits rolled.
Yeah, that
It
was
was
something that was shocking. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say it was just such a nice surprise to have a movie that wasn't just like ejaculation jokes or
Yeah.
uncomfortable cringe. It was just I was like, oh, this is what comedies used to be, and it's so fun.
Yeah, and I think like I was saying to you before, like I've more recently watched Pop Star, which was the previous Lonely Island movie, came out in
Right, right.
2016, and it is genuinely funny as well. But I just think at the time, it just people weren't into it. But it's
Mm.
like you said, like this movie, it's constructed actual jokes or bits, and I also was laughing nearly the entire time, which I was not expecting.
Yeah, I know it was great. Like, I mean, there was a few times when I think I was the only one in the theater laughing, but I don't care.
Well, that was something I was talking to someone else as well that I was like, well, Devin and I were laughing, so I don't know what the rest of the theater was doing because
Yeah.
like you and I were laughing, but maybe other people weren't because we've had that experience before. Notably, when we saw like Hail Caesar, like we're laughing our heads off, and no one else
Oh
is
my god,
laughing.
yeah, I forgot about that. We're like, why
So
don't
it's
you
like,
guys understand the jokes?
yeah, so maybe we were the only people laughing, but man, I was having a great time.
Oh man, yeah, it was great. I was so pleasantly surprised by my theater going experience.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was part of the reason I kind of wanted to see it. Not only like I'm a big fan, of course, of the original, like the first two. I don't think I've watched the third one as much, but I was like you said, it's like this movie shouldn't exist. What's
Mhm.
gonna happen? I didn't realize until Akiva Schaffer was talking about it on the podcast that he was doing it, and I was like, oh,
Mm.
okay, that kind of upped my interest about like seeing it. And yeah, like it was there was absurdist stuff, there was funny stuff, there was visual gags, background gags, jokes. Liam Neeson plays it perfectly, like he's the straight
Really
man, but
good.
doesn't know that he's doing is ridiculous. They do like they have some modern bits where like when he's driving around in the car and it's like police cam footage and they like it really takes it to a different level and it's also hilarious still.
Yeah.
Like it was just
And also
unexpected.
Pam Anderson is great in it.
Hmm.
She's so funny in it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a sucker for a straightforward joke. And like the first joke that she's involved in is he's like,
Yeah.
please have a chair. And she goes, oh no, I've got one at home. And then at the end of their meeting, it doesn't go well for her. And she's like, on second thought, I will take that chair. And just slowly drags it through the police station,
Smashing into stuff.
smashing into stuff. It's great.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, like one of my favorites, and I think it was yours too, was when she's like, I write true crime novels of stories I think up in my head.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. It's so
Yeah.
good.
And yeah, I want to shout out as well because right from the beginning, the movie was kind of breaking my brain because the movie opens with a bank robbery scene, and the music is strikingly similar to the Dark Knight robbery scene. And I was like, did they license this? What is happening? And it turned out the composer was Lauren Balfe, who's a Hans Zimmer understudy and has worked with him and stuff like that. Who, of course, Hans Zimmer did all the Dark Knight music. And
Mhm.
so I was like, oh, it all makes sense now because the soundtrack's really good for like this kind of a movie.
Yeah, it was a great soundtrack.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, they bring in the old theme when they need to. They have crazy strings of Zimmer stuff, and like, it was like, yeah, it was just really good. I don't know what the budget was. I think it was reported around 40 million, and so far its take has been about 58 million.
Okay.
So
Deep.
it's making moves.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, we just want to sit here and break down bits or anything like that. But the
I
thesis in the
don't.
movie,
Sorry, I think I don't want to spoil it too much for people who haven't seen it because I would like other people to genuinely experience the joy of this movie.
yeah, no, I was just gonna say like the thesis of the movie is when he's talking to the shrine and he's like, I want to be just like you, Dad, but different and original in my own way.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Yeah. And so it's like that's like the movie's thesis, and I think they pulled it off.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I thought they had a good balance of like getting rid of the stuff that the types of jokes that wouldn't fly today. Just,
Mhm.
you know, out the window. And then just like capturing the rest of that humor. That's
Yeah.
it.
Well, and I think for me, I definitely want to do a rewatch because I know, or sorry, I feel like a movie like this, there's always like two layers of gags. There's either like a front gag or a background gag, and so it's
Well,
like you're trying to watch.
there was of course in the police station the cold case gag,
Yes,
which they
but that's
have
what I
a
mean.
big freezer labeled cold cases that they keep going in
Yeah.
and out of.
So it's like stuff like that where it's like I want to rewatch to see more of the gags that I probably missed on the first watch.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But yeah. overall hilarious.
Yes, would recommend 100%. It's a
Yeah.
movie that will put you in a good mood if you're in a bad mood, which I was.
Yeah, fair enough. And like, but it's just so odd. Again, like I sent you that small screenshot from like a Rotten Tomatoes like user and a critic review, and they were both just like down on the movie. One person saying it's, like it was unfunny and I never laughed, and it's like, dude, something in the movie would make you laugh. Like,
Yeah, it was. I mean, like, I guess if you don't have a sense of humor, it's not very funny.
well, yeah, but why are you going to a comedy then?
Maybe they thought it was like Taken.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
don't know. I think if you can't laugh at silly stuff, you should get on antidepressants or something.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like I could see people be like, oh, like some of the jokes didn't land for me or this or that, like something more
Yeah.
constructive, but just like, oh no, it was just unfunny and I didn't laugh at anything. And it's like, dude, there was like 20 jokes every 5 minutes. Like
Yeah,
something would land.
yeah, you're fishing with a big net here.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess yeah. I was planning on talking about it more, but you're probably right. We should I think we should leave this one in the dark for people.
Yeah, I feel like we could go into stuff. There are a lot of super funny moments, but I don't want, if you haven't seen it, I just think you should go see it and enjoy the joy of like a fun fucking movie.
Yeah, and it's like, just under 90 on the dot, so it's not like a huge time commitment. It's like they're
No,
in,
no,
they're
it's
out.
and
Yeah.
then afterwards you can go to a restaurant and get a delicious chicken burger
Yeah, if it's in your area.
or a regular burger. That's what you had,
Yeah,
right?
I did have a regular burger. Well, yeah,
I
like a
had a chicken
bacon
burger.
cheeseburger.
I had a grilled chicken sandwich. It was delicious.
Yeah, I was
But you
I
can
was craving a
only, those
burger.
are your only two options if you go see the movie first. You can't get anything else. We'll know.
Yeah.
We'll find you. We have a very particular set of skills.
Yeah, yeah. But sure, let's move on to the other movie. We didn't see this one together. Was the
Nope.
Fantastic Four: First Steps.
So I saw
So,
this in 3D,
mhm,
and it didn't look good in
mm,
3D. It looked very muddy to me, and it was. Sorry, I'm gonna rant for 1 minute if you don't mind.
sure, yeah.
It was the kind of 3D where you just look like you're looking into a diagram, like a box
Mm,
diorama or something, right?
yeah.
They didn't do anything with it. They didn't have him like reach his stretchy fucking arm out once or like have things kind
Mm.
of float out. It was just like looking into a recessed diorama. And I fucking hate it. I'm like, just stop making 3D movies if that's all you're gonna do. If you're gonna make something like what was the Martin Scorsese 3D movie we saw a long time ago?
Hugo.
Hugo. If you're making something like Hugo, by all means use the 3D. Or I guess
Mhm.
like Avatar, but I don't give a shit about Avatar, and I think they're stupid. But if you're doing something like that, go ahead and do 3D. But if you're just taking a fucking movie and you're not utilizing the tool to the fullest potential, it looks bad and it looks muddy, and stop doing it. People are going to see Fantastic Four regardless of whether it's in 3D or not. This is not a movie that needs to be in 3D to get people to go see it. So stop doing it. It's stupid. If you want to take this movie and specifically design it to do well in 3D, then by all means go ahead and do that. But stop just making things in 3D for the sake of it being in 3D because it's dumb.
Yeah, that's what I was
Because
gonna say as well. Like, I haven't seen the other two Avatar movies in 3D. Actually, I haven't seen any of them in theater. But like, I don't know if, like you're saying, do they actually do that like semi-immersiveness where it's coming out, like it's in amongst you, versus like you're saying, just adding the depth layer, and you're like, we're not gaining anything here. I understand there's depth. It's a 2D image. I'm fine with that.
yeah, I haven't seen any of the avatars in theater. I just
Mhm.
assumed he was doing that because he was like pushing the 3D model,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. No, and that's just it. Like, and as soon as you even told me that it was in 3D and that you saw it in 3D, I was like, oh yeah, because the well, we'll get into it later, but like the scene in Galactus's spaceship is dark and smoky in 2D.
Yeah,
And I was
it's
like,
worse
yeah, you
in
wouldn't be able to
3D.
see anything.
Nothing looks good when it's in 3D. Everything looks like
Yeah,
honestly,
just washed out, muted.
a lot of it just looked a little bit like AI generated, to be honest.
Oh.
Like just that weird kind of uncanny floatiness. I don't know. I
Mm.
don't know what I'm talking about, but it was dumb and it shouldn't have been in 3D and I shouldn't have seen it in 3D.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, like I've said, I think Hugo and when we saw Frankenweenie, maybe
Oh, was
Brave,
Frankenweenie
none of
3D?
I think it was maybe like I think I've only seen 2 movies. No, that's a lie. I think I've seen like 3 movies in 3D, and I hate it every time. Except
Mm,
for the Hugo one was pretty decent, but I still don't like it because it's like you said, it mutes and washes colors away,
yeah,
and you're just
yeah.
like, dude, I can't see it.
Honestly,
So
like when I saw Shark Girl and Lava Boy when it was still the like
mhm.
red and blue cellophane
Yeah,
glasses,
yeah,
which I just for the record, I only watched it because nobody else wanted to screen the movie. We had to make sure that the print was built properly because there were,
yeah.
we both
I
worked
know.
at movie theaters. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways, I watched that in like 2003 and it had like no, later than that, 2004 or 5,
yeah.
something like that. And it had prompts to put your glasses on.
Mm,
And honestly, 100% better because it actually like used the 3D instead of just I don't know, let's just make everything look shittier.
yeah. Well, and one of the things as well, like despite the excellent people who worked on the movie and blah blah blah, and I think it was probably good in this, but the Mr. Fantastic stretching never seems to look good.
It doesn't.
But but I think that it actually like looked as at least it had an art direction in this one because the way the blue of their suit was and stuff like that. So like the stretching looked fake, but also like worked in its way. At least I found that for this version, where I was just like, still it looks like wrong and rubbery when he's like in hero mode. Like when he's writing on the chalkboard, that's
Yeah.
kind of just cute. Okay, his arm stretch is cool. But yeah,
Yeah,
when
that
it's
was
like
cute. Yeah.
he's doing stuff, it's like it still doesn't look correct.
No. It
Yeah.
might be because that just isn't gonna ever look correct.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I
People
think it's
can't
like
stretch,
they
man.
went with the style. Yeah, I think they went with an art style that at least it was consistent.
Mm, mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, let's see. It was directed by Matt Shackman. I apparently he's done a bunch of TV. I should have looked into it more, but whatever. Writer Josh Friedman, Eric Pearson, and Jeff Kaplan had a budget of reported about $200 million so far at the box office. It's made about 440 million worldwide, and the composer was Michael Giacchino. Sorry, and I also looked him up, and then he's done a bunch of like video game stuff is where he kind of started, and then he's worked on like Jurassic Worlds and plugged into some of the Disney stuff where he's worked on other big Disney projects. So I was kind of like, oh, okay, he's plugged into the system because I haven't really heard of him, but you don't know every composer.
Hmm, fair, fair. You
Yeah.
know what TV directors make me think is that the Disney, Marvel Disney wanted to be able to control everything that he did.
Yeah, I mean that's just it. Like I didn't look at the producer list, but of course, there's a bunch of them.
Cuz
But
like TV directors, I mean a lot of the time shows aren't directed by the same director for every episode. They get different directors for different episodes. And
yeah, and
so
there's the
they do have to
showrunner.
kind of yeah, they have to kind of defer to the production team and everything. So that he's
Mhm.
already trained to do
Yeah,
that.
or maybe he had a good pitch. Like again, we
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, that's true. I don't know. Being cynical, I
Yeah,
assume. Yeah, you know what? Can we let's just jump into it. Is that okay? Or do you have
sure.
more to say? Sorry.
Well, I could talk a bit about the cast, but we'll get to them.
I wanted to give you my overall thoughts.
Give it.
I think that I would have been really, really excited for this movie in 2020.
Mm.
But I'm just so jaded now. Like, I like that it was set in a different universe, a different time. It had its own visual style.
Hmm.
Um, and like I enjoyed the way the characters were portrayed, and I really like Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby. Although I did think it was funny that like they gave Pedro Pascal a role where they're like, just turn off your charisma.
Well, that for me, when he started talking, because I'm so used to currently him to see him in more somber roles and moods, where he was
Yeah,
like upbeat, and I was like, "Who is this guy?"
yeah.
But I thought he did a great job.
I thought he did a great job too. I just thought he was kind of a weird choice because they
Yeah,
kind of made him a nerd.
yeah,
But yeah, like I enjoyed the actor's portrayal of the role. I enjoyed the characters' relationships they had between each other. It still fell flat for me.
mm,
It had a lot of good points, and I think that, like I said 5 years ago, I would have liked it a lot more. But I mean, all Marvel movies are building up to like one fight scene and then movie over. And I
yeah.
know that's like that's a formula, that's a superhero movie, just get over it. But I'm just like, I just anything different. I mean, if it was set in our universe in our time, I probably would have like hated it, to be honest.
Yes,
If everything
yeah,
else
yeah.
was the same, but that was changed, the fact that it
Mhm.
was kind of set in this alternate reality was interesting enough for me to not hate it. But the pacing, I did like that it was less like fight, small defeat, trait or like get our shit together, large fight, win,
Mhm.
credit. Like it had a little bit more nuance in like their researching and everything, but
Yeah.
still overall, I'm just like tired. I'm tired of these movies.
That was one of the things I was good. I was thinking before we were going to record. I was going to be like, we're going to talk about our favorite topic, Marvel movies. um,
I used
well, and
to
not to
love
spoil too
them
much, it's
so
kind of
much.
interesting.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, I was going to say it's what's been interesting. That was an inversion, not an inversion, but the Thunderbolts kind of had that, but not many people saw that.
I haven't seen it yet, but I would like to. I'm waiting for it to come out on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it comes out on the 27th.
Yeah, I'll watch it
Yeah.
then.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and which is kind of weird because for me going in, I didn't have like any expectations really. I'm not a big fan of the Fantastic Four, although like I've said before, I read the Jonathan Hickman run, which was really really good. It's pretty much been the only Fantastic Four I've ever consumed aside from the movies, and I really enjoyed the movie a lot. I think, like you said, all those things that made it different and fun and interesting. And like you said, it was. One thing I liked about it is that once they kind of meet, like spoilers, obviously, but Galactus is in the movie, and then but when they like, it's not like he's not there, like and then, like you said, they're not scrambling. They're like trying to figure out solutions, and they have like time, and so we kind
Yeah,
of see like despite the movie being played out in montage a lot, it like was really still work for me because it was like, oh, okay, we're trying this and we're doing this, and it was like, oh, okay, cool. And I don't know, I thought for me it worked a lot more than I was expecting, and I actually really did enjoy the movie.
oh, that's good. I'm glad you did.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
oh no, I say I like Joseph Quinn, who I recently saw in Quiet Place Day One. He was the Human Torch slash Johnny Storm, and normally that character can be not, he can be kind of like whatever. But I thought he was fun, and his interaction with Shalabal Silver Surfer was great. So I don't know. I really, like I said, for me, I really liked it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was just cranky when I saw it, but it didn't take me from being cranky to being happy the way that Naked Gun did.
No, no,
Um,
that's fair.
Also, I hated what they did with Silver Surfer's hair. It looks so bad. Don't give her a styled hairstyle. Just make her bald, or I don't know, make it wild or something. But
Well,
fuck
or
it,
make it solid, right? Just make it
solid.
like
Yeah,
solid
yeah, yeah.
metal. Yeah.
Yeah, that drove me
Because even for
crazy.
me, when every time too, I was kind of like, it was just weird because it was all like stringy and stuff like that. And you're like, she's a Silver Surfer. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't seem to add up. But maybe it's like that in the comic. I've never looked actually at Shia LaBeouf's design.
I don't know.
Nah, I don't know.
I thought it was cool that it was a lady.
Yeah.
I'm used to Silver Surfer being a monsieur, not a
Yeah.
madame.
And I think, like I said, I liked when Johnny was like, we had a moment, blah blah blah, and then they're looking at him, and he's like, okay, I get it. Johnny likes space. Johnny likes women. There's a literal space woman on a surfboard, but that's not what this is.
Good stuff.
Yeah, but and again, I thought it was interesting. I thought they did a great job with her, at least her like reflectivity, right? Because she's not
Mm.
perfectly mirrored. And same thing with like her board; it's like dull, but again, it really worked in that one scene. Well, the multiple scenes where it's like an extension of her in a lot of ways. I don't know, like that stuff all worked for me. It was kind of cool to see I don't know. Again, this is could be it in the comic, like that. Yeah, no wait, I've seen in Secret Wars, Galactus does sometimes have a ship like that. Like he's not just eating planets, right? Like yeah, but he's like he has to break the planet down into like consumable material, and then it's like crazy, things feeding him. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was digging the design.
Is Galactus the one that showed up in Doctor Strange at the end?
No. Oh, the first Doctor Strange? No, that's Dormammu, who is
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah, he's like, from like a chaos dimension.
Gotcha.
Yes.
I was just wondering if I was misremembering, and I was.
No, I mean, like you said, they both got a big head.
Big head guys eat planets. Nom, nom, nom.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, Galactus, especially in this portrayal, it's like, he's portrayed more as just like a force of nature, where he's like, I just need to eat to survive. I'm not like evil per se, but it's like, well, you're eating planets with like people on them. That's bad.
He's like, I'm just hungry.
Yeah, basically, he's just hungry. And yeah, and I wasn't expecting going in that there was going to be their child.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, because a lot of movies always like build up to that.
Can I rant about something?
Sure.
Okay. This is going to contain spoilers for the end of the movie, so fast forward, like, I don't know. How long do I usually rant for? A minute? 2 minutes?
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah.
So I went and saw this, and there was other people in the theater, which, that's the first mistake. But as we were leaving, I overheard this guy being so mad that Sue Storm was so powerful at the end of the movie. And
Mm-hmm.
he was complaining because Reed Richards had been like stressed out about having to like find a way to like save the baby, and he's like, well, Sue Storm could have done it the whole time. And like I'm like, it's just one of those, because she gets super strong at the end of the movie and stops Galactus because he is going to take her son. And she's also like a super fucking strong character in the Marvel universe.
Yep.
She gets into like Mama Bear mode, and she stops Galactus with her powers, and then it also kills her. And I was just like, why don't you understand how movies or storytelling works? Like, you're just mad because she's a woman. I assume.
Possibly.
Anyway, that was my rant. Also, I didn't like that the baby had healing tears or whatever at the end.
No, it wasn't his tears. It was like his use of cosmic force.
It was still stupid.
Well, here's the thing. Franklin Richards is insanely powerful. Like, Galactus is not wrong about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the comics,
Well,
he basically has like
Sorry, go ahead.
I would say like he has like reality altering powers, like the level of like an Infinity Stone. He can just like rewrite reality.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
it just felt silly in the movie.
It worked for me. I mean, I knew it was coming because I was like, they're not going to kill Sue Storm.
So here's what I thought was going to happen. When I
Yeah.
was watching it, and I was like, I'm going to leave if this happens. I'm like, that baby is going to fly up and punch Galactus out of this universe. They've been hyping him up as a super powerful baby. He's going to fly right out of that car seat and he's going to punch Galactus.
Oh my god, that'd be so awesome. I hope they animated that just like for an alternate cut. They tested it. Horrible testing.
Horrible.
Yeah. Even worse than the Sue Storm thing. Yeah. I was just more like with their whole plan because they switch out, they distract Galactus, they switch out the car seat, and I was like, okay, and then they're like, oh no, he's going, he figured it out or whatever, and I was like, well, yeah, just fly over there. Like suddenly it became difficult to fly there, and I was like, you know where he is. You have a guy who can even fly. Like, just go. What are you doing?
Yeah. That's silly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like we talked a bit about it, like you said, maybe that could be coming from a place of just like, you can't have Sue Storm be awesome, or like, but it's like, yeah, like you could clearly see in the movie, it's taking a lot out of her. Reed Richards is like, no, don't do it, Sue, you're gonna die, kind of like dialogue. Yeah. It's like it's not difficult to understand what's going on there unless you're not paying attention.
Yeah, or if you just like don't think women should be powerful in movies.
Yeah, and I did like in this depiction as well, like, she was doing a lot with their powers, not just turning them invisible, but turning like the ship invisible, and like you
that
said,
was cool.
creating fields to hold things and move things, as well as like she uses like creates a lens and Johnny shoots fire through it. Like there was some cohesion and teamwork there, which was cool to see on screen.
I also liked the Thing in this movie because he wasn't just sad that he was a rock man. He had like a personality and he was like a great uncle kind of cozy guy.
Yeah.
And because his storyline led to Natasha Lyonne, who is one of my favorite actresses, and she looked great in her 60s little outfit. That's it. Just wanted to mention that.
You were on board. What I liked how they gave him the beard design.
Yeah, that was very silly.
Yeah.
I also liked that they gave Johnny Snow. No, not Johnny Snow.
Storm.
Johnny Storm? Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny Snow. They gave him something to do by trying to figure out the language. That was kind of fun. I liked the look of their metal records.
Yeah, yeah.
Made me want a metal record.
Yeah, like I said, for me, it hit better than I was expecting, and I enjoyed it. I think at the end, like you said, it's going to build up to this encounter. They do the like I just mentioned in Superman, they do the classic, oh, we got to evacuate the city, because Galactus is coming, and they're smashing buildings down again, and it's just like, all right. They did it
more fun though by sending people to the Mole Man.
Yes.
The underground, or what was it called? The Undercity?
Yeah, I forget the name of it, like Underopolis or something along those lines, or like you said, the Undercity.
It's fun.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, it was good. I mean, I also, it went on longer than I was expecting. But that the whole escape from Galactus sequence, that was pretty, like, I wasn't expecting it to go as elaborate as it did. Enjoyed that. Yeah.
I'd give it like a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, like I'd probably bump a little higher. I'd probably go like 7.5, maybe 8.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I am crankier now than I used to be, so.
Well, I think just like you said, you have, I mean, like many people have, like, and you're in the middle of sort of doing a project rewatch where it's just like you're saying, like it starts to reveal the cracks, right? Like,
yeah,
when
that's
you see
true.
so many of them in a row, and what they've kind of turned into and how they've kind of gone, as well as with the shows and stuff like that, where there is that loss of, like you were saying, that not naivete or innocence, but it was like there was like they were like, man, we're making something here. Now you're like, make product, for 2025.
Yeah, it does feel very like assembly line now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
Whereas, yeah, like with this, this one was delayed, blah 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 blah. This cast, it was kind of shocking. Just like you were saying, which was like, oh, Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby in that. I was kind of surprised myself. But and even
Vanessa
just
Kirby is great though.
oh no, I'm not. But I'm just saying, like those kind of actors, you're like,
Oh yeah,
okay,
they
sure,
don't normally. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised by it all, and we haven't shouted out his name, Eben Moss Barack, Backrack, the guy who played Ben Grimm, the Thing. He's in
Oh
The
okay.
Bear as well.
I didn't see The Bear.
I haven't watched The Bear yet either. It's on the list.
The list is too long. Time
Yeah.
to just rewatch old movies I've seen 1,000 times.
Yeah. Then Ralph Ineson voiced Galactus. He has a very distinct voice. Paul Walter Hauser played the Mole Man, like you said.
What's he from?
I don't know. I didn't look him up, but
he looks
yeah.
super familiar.
Yeah, I'm sure. Same like Sarah Niles, who played the chief of staff there, like the assistant woman who's always there. Mark Gaddis as Ted Gilbert, doing his talk show, his 60 talk show stuff. And Matthew Wood did the voice of Herbie.
He was in The Naked Gun.
Paul Walter Hauser? Oh yeah. There you go. Oh yeah. No, I'm looking at the list. Yeah, he was Ed.
Oh, that's hilarious. He was also in I, Tonya, which he played the hitman that they hire.
Oh, okay.
Which was great. And he was in Cruella as one of the henchmen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I know where I've known him from.
Yeah. And let's see, Herbie was done through multiple things, of course. You had a wooden puppet, remote control animatronic that could move its arms and head, and then CGI.
Yeah. Always CGI.
Yeah, a combination. It's like BB-8, right? They did that whole same thing. And then there was some posters for Timely Comics. That was the original name of Marvel Comics back in the day. And then at the end, they do a little like Jack Kirby tribute. And the movie also takes place in Earth 828, which was Kirby's birthday.
Oh.
Yeah.
August 28th?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes more sense because there's no 82nd month.
Yeah, that was the only thing I was kind of disappointed in. Like I was talking with my coworker before going to see this movie, that I was like, I want Jack Kirby colors in this movie, which we didn't get there. Like I said, there was a cool sequence in the space, and Galactus was purple, but he wasn't like purple.
They wanted to make it accessible to 3D, so they had to make everything look bad.
Yeah, maybe, but it's like you can make. I mean, that whole sequence is mostly generated in CG because you can't go into space. Like, you could give it some. I'm sorry.
Tell that to Katy Perry, Dan.
Fair enough. But you can't surf the supernova of a black hole, or the accretion disk of a black hole. But anyway, that was one thing I was kind of hoping that this movie would, because I thought, Marvel, they would go that way a little more, because that's been a common complaint about all their stuff, is that it's gray, right? And Thunderbolts is purposely that, because that's those characters. Cool. This movie is not those characters, right? So
what's the next Marvel movie?
I don't know now.
Wakanda or something? Because they just released a show on it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it's like an animated Wakanda show.
Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Upcoming releases. It did Ironheart. Fantastic.
That was a show, right?
That was a show, yeah. And then Eyes of Wakanda, like you said, that's a show. There's a Marvel Zombies animated coming.
As a movie or as a show?
Show as well.
Oh.
Animated again.
Wonder Man.
Yeah, no, like they're currently filming the next Spider-Man, but I don't think. I don't think they have another really movie slated until the next Avengers.
Until like Doomsday?
I think so, yeah.
They're not gonna throw some other shit in there?
No, I think that's a smart move, actually, at this
Yeah,
point.
give people a chance to fucking relax.
Yeah, well, and just give them a chance to figure out, like, okay, who are we including, and let's just like focus in on that.
No, they've posted a teaser. Everybody's in it.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's what I mean. But like, then focus on figuring out how to make everybody in it and be good.
Oh yeah, that's fair. It's just gonna be chaos.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, from what I'm seeing, like you're saying, that's it. Like, the Wonder Man, I haven't heard anything about that, so I don't know if that's even
No.
a real. But
Oh,
yeah,
Vision Quest, a live action Vision show.
yeah, I know there was some talk, but again, I don't know more details really. But yeah, so I mean, I just meant like movie wise, like you're saying, I don't think there's anything until the next Avengers slate, which is Doomsday and then Secret Wars.
No, Spider-Man Brand New Day is slated to come out July 31st, 2026.
Okay,
Doomsday is slated to come out December 18th, 2026.
yeah, that makes sense.
Speedroman is the next one.
I they better get on it. They're still filming it.
They only need like a week to edit it, right? To do all the
Oh
CGI.
yeah, that's no problem.
Did you know that if you chain people to their desks and you give them like 2 computers, you can really like increase your output?
Well, and that was one thing I was commenting to you about this as well when I was watching the credits. And you have the studios ILM and this and that, and then for some, I was really surprised there was a lot of work done by Sony
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
VFX house, like a lot, and I was like, oh wow, like that's kind of interesting, because they use VFX studios from all around the world, but I was just like, normally that's their competitor, and they're just like, Sony, animate the movie for us.
Isn't isn't this movie like going to be in the similar like limbo as Spider-Man, where it's like a joint Marvel? Because
That was Fox.
Fox did.
Fantastic Four was Fox. Yeah,
Oh,
and Disney owns them now, so
oh, then they
they
don't care.
yeah, they don't care. It was just like I said, it was just more interesting that they used behind the scenes people to do
It's
their movie.
just the spider people that Sony owns,
Yes.
like Madam Web,
Yes.
which we saw in the theater.
We did. We did. I was hoping better for it.
No.
Yeah,
Poor
unfortunately.
Sydney Sweeney. I'd say poor Dakota Johnson, but she just doesn't seem to care.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, whatever.
Whereas I think Sydney Sweeney genuinely thought she was going to be in a good movie. She's young.
Well, and I think as we spoke about in there too, like the interviews with them, it's like once you're kind of plugged in, then you're on their radar, and then you get other scripts, and like that helped her get other projects made with Sony and stuff like that. So it's like, it's all a stepping stone.
What was the Nun movie she was in called?
Uh, Immaculate.
Immaculate. Do you think, did she do Immaculate before or after Madam Web?
I think it was made around the same time, but she was the one, like we talked about in there, like she produced that movie, right?
Yeah, I was just wondering if maybe the script from Madam Web had rotted her brain and then she thought this was a good movie.
No, because like we talked about in that movie, like she auditioned for it when she was like 14, and then the script
Oh,
went
right.
nowhere, and then she bought it and then got it made.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're
Read the
right.
prompt.
No, it was just yeah. So like you said, like there is I think it got pushed back another year, like the next Spider-Verse movie to like 27 or whatever. Yeah. Well, I think because they were animating freaking Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, yeah. I think they just don't want to crunch everybody to death, and they probably have to figure out the story or whatever.
That's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Anything more you want to say about the Fantastic Four?
It was fantastic for me.
Oh, yeah. I think I was a little more warm on it than Devin was, but I also I would recommend. I know I'm a big Marvel shill, but I did enjoy it.
That's what people say about you on the internet. Bandwagon, Marvel shield.
Yeah.
And then
I
Devin
mean,
Dale, just shrill.
I like the Thunderbolts, but like I talked about, that movie's like designed for someone like me to like. And but yeah, I enjoyed the Fantastic Four more than I thought I was going to.
Captain America Brave New World was terrible, though.
Yeah.
Fight me!
No. Like, I liked a couple of the sequences, but overall it was not as good. And then like we talked a bit about at the end, like it feels like it should have been more. It was the same thing like with Ballerina, like we talked about, where it was delayed and they were like reworking on it. We're like, oh, we're gonna, and then it was like that was it. Right?
At least Ballerina was fun, though.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Totally. I just meant like it had so many
Yeah.
similar, just like this ending and stuff like that. And yeah, Captain America, where you were like, okay, Red Hulk, and then the movie's over, and you're like, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Anyway.
guess we'll just wrap it up then.
Yeah.
All right. So if you enjoyed this podcast, listen to it again. I don't know. What are you supposed to do? Like it on Amazon wish list?
Like, share, and subscribe, or whatever they always say.
Yeah. All that stuff. Comment your name, and we'll say hi to you.
Yeah.
If you, for reals though, if you have a topic you'd like us to cover, you can email us at tomeofuselessness@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment on our YouTube video, or I don't know, can you leave comments on Spotify?
I don't know. People have left. We have gotten the occasional YouTube comment. I've responded to some, but not all. And
Mhm.
and I don't know if I would get a notification on Spotify. I assume you can only just subscribe and like maybe like rate it. I've never actually tried.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't know what we're doing. We've been doing this for like almost a decade, and we have no clue. So you can also go to our website, which is tomeofuselessness.com, or you can check us out on Instagram, where I always forget to post, Tome of Uselessness. Or, I don't know, you can come to Vancouver and just kind of shout our names as you walk around and see if someone answers. You'll probably have more luck with finding Dan's than Devin's.
Yeah. You'll have like a 5% chance.
Yeah. I mean, you might not find us, but you could find a Devin or a Dan to talk to.
Yeah.
And they might
That's
like
what I mean.
movies too. Maybe you'll make a best friend. Maybe not. Maybe your name is Dan or Devin.
Whoa.
You're already halfway there. I'm gonna stop talking. You should just you should make it so that they give us ad revenue. I don't know how that works at all. I don't think we have nearly enough listener.
I think that's it. It's the tiers of listening.
But if you guys can make that happen, that'd be great.
Yeah.
One person listening to us, maybe two, maybe there's 3 people.
My favorite is we get constant emails, maybe like once a week practically, of people who are like, oh, I found your profile on Instagram, and like, here's how we can like, juice up your numbers and stuff like that. And always I'm like, yeah,
Oh my
it's
God,
fine.
those are so annoying.
Yeah, but literally we get like one a week.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Is there like AI that can just do your Instagram for you? Probably,
Yep,
hey?
probably.
Get a Gemini plugin that'll just post shit.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not weird. Or it's the right kind of weird that suits us.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could put all our episodes into an AI thing, and then it could just generate episodes for us. And we don't have to do anything.
No. I mean, I assume our episodes have already been fed into something because they're on the internet, but
Yeah.
I prefer recording.
No, it'd be hilarious. It could create movies and then review them.
Well, or I was gonna say, yeah, like the next Marvel one, it could just like we would just recycle all of our. You'd be like, well, I didn't like this, and I'm like, oh, the graphics were nice.
It's just like 25 minutes of me forgetting everybody's name.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough of that. We're going now. Goodbye.
Stay safe, and thanks for listening.